See, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before school starts this fall.
Come on, Perry!
So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
Hey guys, Beast Force here, and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdown. We are going to explore more episodes of Phineas and Ferb, but this time I'm going to do 10. Yes, 10. Because I feel like I have other things to do Christmas, but I will upload before the new year happens. But after that, I'm going to take a huge break until late January or the start of February. You know what I mean, because I have other stuff to do around here. I really appreciate you guys for helping me watch my videos, but this time I'm gonna have to slim them down for a while, but I will still do videos, maybe fun for the next one, but I don't know, but we'll get there. The first episode that I'm going to review today is Tree to Get Ready, written by the creators and Martin Olson on March the 22nd, 2008. Phineas and Ferb build a treehouse and remodel Candace's old one. Later, they get in the treehouse fight against Candace and Stacy. Meanwhile, Perry tries to stop Dr. Doofenshmirtz from getting revenge on his brother Roger.
Piece of me? I want the whole thing, baby!
Couple seconds in, and I'm really liking this so far with what's going to happen in what we see in later minutes.
Groceries, then to the florist, and then to the car wash.
That's Linda's caller.
Hey, where's Perry?
There you are, Agent P.
What you doing?
Wow, look at the detail of it. There's a lot to cover up, but Phineas and Ferb done a great job again.
The main crib.
Sweet. This.
Relax. We haven't missed yet.
Really?
Another front-face Phineas.
Awesome.
Let her rip.
I love when they're having fun. Look at them smiling. As you get to see what's happened later on.
What's that?
Oh, that's just Candace's old treehouse.
To be honest, what has happened to her? I think it's because she got old and she doesn't really care about it anymore.
The makeover.
In my last breakdown, you see Perry has his own car, bike, and a jet, but he has his own car right here, as you can see. As you can see, the color palette changed when Vanessa is fighting, which is pretty cool.
Very effective, the platypus!
Of course, a person spilled over coffee. Wow. Yep, Perry the Platypus is fucked.
I think you're gonna like it.
No way!
He told Candace that he's gonna give him a makeover, and he's not lying. Look at the design of this. Pretty cool. Look at it, pink colors. The house is very good. The treehouse is amazing all around this and that. Very well done.
This is so weird. It's my old treehouse.
And the design inside looks great. There's a tub, a Candace logo there, there's a nice couch. Everywhere's neat. There are a lot of different types of bells and whistles there, which is nice. And it's in the same color palette. Even if Candace wants to bust her brothers, and once again, Phineas is doing something nice for her. She should respect him.
It's better. Try pressing the F button.
I like the tree morph as it grows into like a treehouse monster, which is nice. I also like Phineas's one as well, as it's like Ben 10 when he transforming, but like a more... Look how it's done well there. It morphs into a treehouse monster.
Very Eve, that poopanator! Right? Vanessa, Perry the platypus, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yep, we all know in the cow episode they both met. Good continuity point.
I need the brains in a flash! It's better from a distance. City! To my goody two-shoes brother Roger!
He does appear in the next couple of scenes. It's going to happen as we get to know more in the past about Roger.
But I don't believe I was talking to you. Is your name Perry the Platypus? No, I don't think so.
I so should have gone to summer school.
We'll be there to raise his parade.
I feel bad for Doof because Roger's mom loves him, but Doof doesn't get a lot of credit. But it reminds me when bird poo bruises my car, which is not very nice.
Patience.
Look how the camera shakes when he dropped the tongue, which is very, very nice indeed. I know I have to skip this song because of copyright, but look at the birds singing as they're moving their face on, which is pretty nice. They are doing the feet dance as Doofenshmirtz does it as well. I forgot, this is Doofenshmirtz's first musical performance.
On, maggots!
Awesome!
Mad skills.
They are very well prepared for this. Pirate, ooh.
I'm pulling some levers!
This episode's very well done.
Ew!
That's our first hint towards Ferb is kind of a Scottish descent, as we get to see when Ferb wasn't an alien in the episode. He goes to meet his cousin on the laptop. I mean computer, you know what I mean in this episode.
Candace, honey, was a big egg.
Once again, I paused it and he closing his eyes and a front face Phineas. Brilliant.
The award ceremony. And there...
The mayor looks like the guy from Powerpuff Girls. I mean, yeah, it is Powerpuff Girls reference. Wow.
Roger. What? So much. You are about to witness a truly petty act.
Oh dear, this doesn't sound good.
And sharping, and in all the tri-state area, I hereby promise to keep our city clean.
Roger is voiced by John Harley, who did the voice of Bugs Bunny's father in Looney Tunes 2010.
Perry the Platypus. Wait, where's the Pupinator?
Perry's gonna use his own chip to target Duke for the pigeons. Very smart.
Curse you, Perry the Platypus!
What you get for using a bunch of stupid pigeons?
Too late, Doof. You're gonna get spooped on.
Yeah, we were first. Nuh-uh, we were.
I forgot that Phineas was so sassy in season 1, but they do change his personality in season 2 onwards. Oh boy, that again, that front face.
Never falls too far from the treehouse.
The pigeons really shit on Doofenshmirtz a lot. Everyone may be thinking, I love this episode, and yeah, I do. But also, this is the first episode that I watched in Phineas. When I was young, I thought, until I saw this, I was like, this is sick, and it turned out it was worth it, and the episodes gets better out of this, and it proven much time again how great this episode really is, as it proven. I'm gonna give the plot a 3. It is simple, but yet again, Phineas and Ferb, Cat versus Candace and Stacy in the treehouse fight was brilliant. It looks simple, but the way it's set up, it is very amazing, and it's willing to ride the ride, as you can show to see it. And it shows what time and time again how this episode proving once again how great it is. Doof and Perry did interact as well. Doof tried to stop Mayor Roger, but failed. But again, it was pretty hilarious and pretty good. Characterization 5. Everyone's on point in this episode, including Stacy, who does take part in the treehouse fight, which is pretty good. Isabella as well. We do get to see Roger Doofus of what he's like, of his personality, but we will get to see more of him later. But and Vanessa as well, as she's like this since the first appearance. Visuals, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 4. It isn't, some elements are like the city is spectacular, but again, it's just like the previous episodes, not as flamboyant. But in this episode, it's up there with Swinter. The design of the treehouse is amazing, the choreography is good, and it has some good elements like the poopinator as well, design of the pigeons design as well. Very well done. Importance, I'll give it a 3. This is Perry meets Vanessa again, the first appearance of Roger Doofus, who became a recurring part of the main series in this episode so far. And also, we get Isabella mentioned it again in some of the long, so that's all I'm gonna say. Entertainment, of course, it's a 5. That leaves off with a 20 out of 25. I thought it was gonna score lower, but wow, I never thought I would rank as I did, but I'm gonna stand by that decision. Let's move on to the next one. The second episode that I'm reviewing is The Ballad of Bad Beard, written by Bobby Gala and Martin Olson on April the 12th, 2008. Phineas and Ferb, with their friend, search for the treasures of Bad Beard. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofus moves into a new lair in Spleen Island. Candace touches the Orimaras and hallucinates seeing Perry as a secret agent. This takes place after the Bigfoot episode, After a Day, which makes sense.
I cannot believe we eat the same food.
I can do without the sarcasm.
And that is why I love Linda's parents, because they are fucking hilarious, which is cool.
Beard Lake.
Why do they call it Bad Beard Lake?
It was named after Bad Beard, the most ruthless freshwater pirate ever to plunder a lakeside community. Right in the middle of Bad Beard Lake life.
Yep, it is an island, but the grass looks like a mountain, but it's only grass.
There's a song about it. Say, does anyone have a concertina?
Yes.
Yep, Buford can play this instrument. I don't know how to pronounce it.
This is the Ballad of Bad Beard.
Aye, Captain Grandpa.
That's the spirit.
In Bigfoot Get Out of My Face, Buford mentions it. And the next episode, his Baljeet's pants is in the flagpole. Good continuity again. What is this bear doing? Oh.
Moss that grows on the right side of the Jum Jum tree.
And that's what Candace is going to do, leaning on it.
Who's the right side?
Boss! Orange!
Bad Beard Lake. And there be Spleen Island.
When I first watched this episode, I thought Grandpa was lying, but it turned out this is true, but they don't find treasure in the end. We will get there soon.
Candace! Where's Candace?
I don't know what is that. I presume it's Agent B for a bird, but I think, what type? Is it a griffin or something? I don't know.
Morning, Agent P, and thank you for your help, Agent E. Sorry.
Oh, I don't remember this as much. So it's an eagle, Agent E. Nice.
I'll be right. Wait, whoa, hey, Agent E, back off. And equipment into what's known as the haunted cave of the old sea hat to foil his plans. Good luck, Agent P.
No way. This is so.
As she's listening, look at the colors change until Candace is up in the tree as it is gone. Oh dear, Perry's color's gonna get blown. She's hallucinating again.
Gets much stranger, Kevin.
That zebra appeared many times. If you see him, I'll point out in many of the episodes, but we'll get there.
Hey, I know what we should do today. Let's...
So he never found the treasure, but he got the treasure map. At least Phineas and Ferb are gonna help out because they know what they're doing. And his friends as well. Isabella, Buford and Baljeet. They will just look for something, but it won't be a treasure. It will be beards, as you get to see later on.
Beards shall be cursed with bad beards for the rest of their day. Well, while you kids search for treasure,
I love the colouring in her hair as he listened, as she has blue eyes, which is nice, around the colour, which is cool.
Sail from Point Plots, sail through the Stones of Gaul, and into the Cove of Incontinence.
I really like the detail of the map. There are grass, the boat, the water wave in real life, which is very cool. It's like an old piece from the old days.
Easy peasy. First thing we gotta do is Whoa.
Wow, the blueprint is big. As they're going to build a boat. Wow. And they're going to get there. Look how the water splash when Perry's boat is moving. Cool. It's moving in slow motion. Nice.
company. So, Mr. Tableman, you don't care us. Oh, give me a break. I'm moving by a terrifying old sea hag.
Which old sea hag? Is it Candace? They are blinking at each other. They are so funny. Look at the boat moving as the wolf scene waving. That is pretty cool. As you can see the mountains and the trees and the grass there.
Alice went to search for the treasure of bad beard.
They are pretty sick.
Refuse to take a bath.
I'm running out of underpants.
Guys, are you ready for the meme?
Why do my nostrils whisper to me?
Really liking the water animation in this episode.
just like on the map.
I love the waterfall animation in this episode again.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty straightforward from here. No problem. It'll hold us.
I presume that's a big crocodile. Effing hell.
Oh my gosh, Buford! What are you doing?
Oh, I thought it was a real one. Well played from the creators.
Go!
Oh, all right.
The waterfall animation is great again.
The treasure is true friendship and the spirit of adventure.
There. X marks the spot. Open it.
But Phineas, what about the curse?
Bad beards forever, dude.
I presume they are joking, just to make you get a laugh. That's what the show is all about, meta humor, and it keeps you an eye.
Shiver me timbers. The curse is true forever.
Oh, no.
But it's full of bad fake beards.
And there are different types of the black one, the grey, the brown, different shapes of colours. That is pretty cool. I would want to have a bad beard. It would be as cool.
New pet crocodiles, Susan and Susan.
I'm not gonna put that in the innate account because it's not an innate. It's innate, but it's a crocodile. But again, I don't see Doofus with his other plan, but he doesn't reveal it. But it's only crocodiles, and that's it.
The sea hag.
Barbara, I'm gonna get a snack for the vending machine. You want something?
Obviously, she's gonna press the button. She's hallucinating.
Oh, curse you better, platypus, blah, blah, blah.
Even if he gets blown up or fallen down or gets smashed to pieces or beaten up, Doof will survive this. And why not? He's one of my favourite characters on the show.
Grab as many beards as you can carry and let's get out of here. Cast off. Put your backs into it, mateys.
Not gonna lie, Candace is having fun right now. Look at her go.
Oh, man. Hey, where's Oh, never mind.
Little secret agent hat.
Well, for...
Seriously, Candace? You're gonna have to wait until you were hallucinating all this time. And it's gonna go back to normal in the end for you. But you will find out in the second dimension.
And perhaps the greatest pirate story ever told.
Oh, that's the greatest pirate story ever told.
Perry was a secret agent?
Well, is that what your grandpa said? Oh, he always gets that wrong. It's the blue moss you gotta watch out for.
Wait a minute, I thought the orange moss, so Grandpa may have lost his memory a bit, but that's old people, it is what it is.
Sweetie.
The blue moss.
Love the beard, Kevin.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 2. It is simple, as the plot is about Phineas and Ferb and his friends going to find the bad beard, but which is simple as they did, but not as much as to looking for. Doof and Perry had an interaction, but little, but we did get to see Candace spending time with Perry, as it doesn't happen again until the second dimension. Characterization 5, everyone is on point, including Phineas's friends. Also Doof even a little bit, but Perry as well. Candace a lot as well, as she has some time to shine in this episode. So as Grandpa, Phineas's grandpa as well. He did a lot. He's very, very good. Not gonna lie. Visuals 3. It is simple, but some aren't spectacular. Well, there are a few things to point that is good, like the river animation, the Doofus Works' place, the blue moss when Candace's, the colours is amazing, and it shows why time and time again. It has good details. Importance, I'll give it a 3, because the grandparents returning, Buford mentioned about Flagpole, and the previous episode of Bigfoot Get On My Face, and the hint towards Perry being a secret agent again as it builds up to the second dimension. But you know I get it. But there are a lot of things to point out. Entertainment, of course it's gonna be a 5. That leaves off with an 18 out of 25. I thought it was gonna score lower, but I'm surprised. This is very, very good so far, but I'm sticking by my choices, no matter what. Let's get on with the next review. The third episode that I'm reviewing in this video is Grease Lightning, written by Bobby Gala and Martin Olson, premiered on April the 19th, 2008. Phineas and Ferb have a chariot race with Buford, Baljeet, Isabella, the Fireside Girls, and Candace. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofus creates Norm, a robotic man designed to destroy platypuses like Perry. Yet, since about time we are back in the same museum that Phineas and Ferb built the time machine, so yeah.
There's hunky guys in skirts.
Guys, believed that the chariot of Asparagus might have looked like Tor, a creature that's half man, half bull.
Interesting facts there.
But you saw a creature so ugly she could turn into stone with just one look.
Kind of reminds me of Candace.
It does not look like...
That's what Candace is going to use at the end with her helmet, but we all know Medusa. If you search it and do your research, on Google, you'll find out Medusa, she turns people into stone when everyone looks at her.
I have our own chariot race like, hey, where's Perry?
Agent P, over here. We've just been informed that Doofenshmirtz has created a machine to rid the world of platypuses.
What is Major Monogram doing in the museum like that? Isn't he supposed to be looking at his monitor or at Perry's phone? But I don't know, but why is he here?
Okay, the race will start here at home, then Paul Bunyan's Pancake House,
Paul Bunyan's Purple Biscuit, not too good, eh?
and finish at the steps of the museum.
Hey, boy.
Like the last episode, Phineas is telling his friends about the map of Badbeard. And this one, he's telling Ferb about the race, what's going to happen, and where's it going to take place, which is a nice touch.
Boys, what you doing?
Just mapping out our route for the villa. We're gonna have the greatest race in history, complete with spread the word.
Wait, at what time?
Just spread the word. Oh, and tell them to bring gladiator gear.
The cinema is empty And also, I like it because everyone just... Some people in the cinema just shout, celebrate like crazy, or talk. It's just very annoying, but that's kind of neat.
Comfy, Perry.
Of course he's gonna trap him, just as planned.
What are you doing here?
I bought a ticket to see this movie.
This guy looks like Chris Griffin from Family Guy.
Is the enemy of the platypuses, or platypod people. Well, you know what I mean.
They're making it like an old film from the 60s or 70s with a screen like that, which is nice. And also, the person who's narrating is Corey Barton. Sorry I have to fast forward because of copyright reasons. We all know what platypus do or what they've done, what other animals as well. And here, this is the first introduction of Norm, the robot.
Poisonous gas and automatic tennis ball machines.
Reference to Ready for the Betties when Perry used a mops as well.
Perry the platypus! Robot! Man!
My name is Norm.
His silhouette disappears as he goes closer, which is a cool reveal, by the way.
Puss is man.
I wish we get to see that how the Doofusmerks created that. That would be sick. But we all know later on he has a squirrel inside of him, which is odd. Well, you know what I mean. But Norm is a pretty decent guy in later episodes by far.
Please stop running.
Okay, we're all set. Bella and the Fireside Girls. For Candace too, if she ever shows up.
She will, but she doesn't want to. But she has other things. But you know what's gonna happen later.
Not establish the rules first? This is a
Rules? Well, if those are the rules.
I really love the design of the helmets and the armor. That is pretty cool.
Going down with me.
Each chariot will be pulled by a rocking horse. Ferbs, this cool-looking helmet we made for you.
Of course, it had to be Medusa from earlier. Smart play from Phineas, but...
I do not have wheels.
But your face is...
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want some?
This myself.
You're ready. Get set. Go!
Reminds me of something like, I don't know, but you can put it there.
Miss all the action.
Stop screaming, Candace. The chariots passing by, you see Phineas, Isabella's house, and the rest of the other house detail, which is nice. Free being competitive and Candace. As the chariots race, you can see the same yellow house from Phineas. I think they reused it again and again, which is kind of odd, but whatever. Spikes and wheels. That is cheating, but there are no rules, so whatever.
They are so busted.
This isn't the last time she lost her phone, as we get to see later in season 3.
Sweet! Now we're cooking.
Exactly! Use my head!
The color palette is different as Balji's using his head from the helmet to slow down Isabella and her friends.
Give one!
More often.
Different tactic they are going to pull.
Sorry, no rules.
Your own cherry.
I remember watching, I was thinking when is it gonna end, but I realized it's an 11-minute episode, so it's bound to end at some point. But the race is amazing, the movement is amazing, the place is amazing, the design is amazing. Done a very good job so far. Going through a zigzag like that, nice.
Paul Bunyan's. Well, food is good, but not too good, eh?
You can see in Paul Bunyan, it's a man with a spatula and a minotaur with burgers.
Honey, have you seen my keys?
That is the second time we get to see an episode of a person going in the car wash.
Hey, look, it's Perry.
My name is Norm.
It's Norm the Minotaur.
Back. You can borrow my rake.
Go, Candace!
Go!
At least you're winning, Candace, but you have to keep going. As they crash, look at the camera shake again as there are things just falling out as many of the items are destroyed.
Scariest Minotaur chase ever!
Phineas and Ferb! Phineas and Ferb!
A platypus statue is in the back behind Phineas and Ferb. How ironic, but also the same cheer in the beach episode.
This! Candace!
The enemy of the...
Perry to save the day again.
The stone!
That's not Candace, it's Perry doing this.
I'm out of here.
Boss, I'll fix that.
My name is Norm.
Norm has two weaknesses that I know. The off switch button and the squirrel power, which is kind of weird.
I think I can get it off.
The enemy of the platypus is man.
Ah! Somebody help me!
Thanks for defeating the Minotaur. Who knew you had the power to turn men to stone?
That wasn't her, that was Perry. I know they don't know, but I just don't blame them. But why is Ferb not looking? Ferb, just look, she's not Medusa.
No, don't look at me! Ah, I'm a monster! Ah, make it stop!
Don't worry, Candace will be alright in the next episode.
No, not taking any chances.
Hey look, there's Perry.
Still not looking.
I'll give this plot a 3. It's very well done and very neat, as it balanced out very well. Like the Phineas and Ferb going a chariot race with his friends, which is pretty cool. And I like that Candace joins in as well, as he tried to bust the brothers, but it didn't have much effect. And the introduction of Norm, as he does become the recurring character of Phineas and Ferb, and towards Doof as well. He also sometimes helped Perry or his nemesis, but we'll get to that later. Characterization, you know you're gonna hate this. 5. But again, once again, just like the previous episodes, the characters are spot on. Like Phineas and her friends go out chariot racing and having fun, which is insane, as Candace joins in as well, as he tried to bust the brothers. And also Norm's personality is the same with her in every episode that he appears. And also given the chance to see him here, which is amazing by the way. Visuals is gonna stay at 3. There are a lot of good elements like the chariot racing design, the Medusa statue, Norm's design. There are a lot of things, but not quite spectacular as some of the episodes, but I will stay grounded at that. Importance is gonna be a 3 again, because this is Norm's first appearance, as he becomes a big part of the recurring character of Phineas and Ferb, as well as some of the others as we get later. But not as much as I can say, but it's still important if you watch. Some of it is a skippable episode, but if you're gonna miss out on some things, then you will not know who Norm is or does. So watch this episode. And the entertainment gets another 5. That's gonna leave off with a 19 out of 25. That is great so far, but we are going to look for more, and hopefully there are some episodes that is better than this episode. But let's move on. The 4th episode that I'm reviewing is Leaving the Busting to Us, written by Martin Olson and Bobby Gala. Premiered on April the 19th, 2008. Upset that her brothers always get off scot-free, Candace finds a show called Boston that goes around filming little brothers to get them in trouble. Meanwhile, Heinz Doofenshmirtz recalls his failed magic career and decides to create a new ice age. Of course, Candace always loves to scream.
Let me drop off the groceries.
No way Phineas and Ferb is surviving this, but they are lucky again.
Fabulous ride. Now, can you send us back to Space Station?
Where did they come from? You can see Perry flying with his gadgets as Doof presumably blasted the carousel as it started to go away. Lucky.
In the backyard.
Hi, Mom.
Why don't you come in for some snacks?
Oh, there you are, Perry.
Oh, there you are, Perry.
And Verb says,
You know gladiators were Roman, not Greek.
Every day, the same insane routine.
Did Candace just broke the fourth wall? The same routine? Of course, Scooby-Doo did the same thing for the last 52 years, but you'd never get tired of it.
Yes!
When you're but they don't swear a cuss, they got you. Bust 'em, bust 'em, bust 'em.
Operators are standing by.
I know what we're gonna do today.
I forgot that in the previous episode, Norm isn't Neil, so I'll bring that camera up right now. There you go.
Whatever it is you guys do.
Oddly out of character. Hey, where's Perry?
I really like this transition. The smoke comes in and it disappears as Perry's already in his lair.
Sky, weather, rain, Doofenshmirtz.
Aye, sir.
Show. My name is Lulu Jones, and this is my assistant. Hey there. So,
Lulu Jones is voiced by Vicky Lewis, who did Serena in Ben 10 Alien Force when she is in Alien X. And her assistant Fifi is voiced by Gwendolyn Lau, who did Shiva in Young Justice.
Is actual name Lulu Busting Jones.
Busting her middle name? Go figure.
they were the ones breaking the plates or scratching the records. Our crew has planted cameras covering every square inch of your back.
You know what Candace should have done in previous episode, even though it's not noticeable because the show ended years ago, but she should have planted, she shouldn't use the camera on her phone all the time. She should have planted cameras actually, then she would record to Mom Pooh. That would be a great idea, but instead of going the approach.
Bust 'em, come on!
Bust 'em! Well, you know, they must.
Lord, that face. She's like, what the F am I seeing here?
I think we finally have a very special episode!
Of course, you see a front face Phineas at top.
Fake window trick! Oh, I can't believe I fell for the old fake Perry the Platypus bit.
To be honest, this part is so funny. That scene is always ironic to me every time I bring up Phineas and Ferb. The fake window trick and Perry using the... Both of them are very smart, you gotta give them that. Perry has beaten Doof 150 times as he's about to cross off. Before that it was 149. As he's about to put it down, it's 150. As Doof beats him 3 Poor man.
Where's Bobo the Rabbit?
Even though this scene is so funny, but Doofenshmirtz's young voice is so fun. I think they pitched Dan Povenmire's voice down higher just to sound like young Doof as a kid.
Somebody please get me out of this. Anyone? Hello?
Faded into sepia tones somewhere along the way. Open. Psych!
Nice trick from Doofenshmirtz right there to trick Perry so he could trap him.
The Gloominator 3000-inator! I will launch thousands of weather into the atmosphere, thereby plunging the tri-state area into a new ice age! Make Perry the Platypus disappear! Voila!
I don't know how the animators animate that, but fair play to them.
Want to join our maiden voyage?
I'm not gonna be a guinea pig.
Camera. Now go get that footage and leave the busting to us.
Of course, that is Lula Jones' cola.
Oh, you don't want to get this wet.
But.
Don't worry, she will get another one soon. A spice with board with sword, a machete, a spatula. That is scary. They are very creative and know how to have fun, which is amazing.
Need that footage if you want to bust them. We disguised the camera this time. Don't lose it.
Smart play from Lulu Jones on her part, using a hat as a disguise camera so they can get the evidence. And for Phineas is not going to take it off this, so they'll have another reason so she can get the footage. So good work from her. I don't know what this is, but it has 2 eyes and a mouth. Looks like a monster thing or whatever.
Perfect! Perry the Platypus!
A magic chip with a bunny? Must have heard that before. Oh wait, it is. It's from Teen Titans, when Raven was turned into a bunny. Remember that episode?
Can't believe you spent our entire life savings on a bunny farm.
This is the first appearance of the farm and his wife. She's voiced by Jennifer Hughes, and the farm is voiced by Corey Barton.
We're just gonna fall out of the sky?
Once again, Phineas and Ferb are very creative with fun rides and stuff in their backyard. They are very cool.
Did we ever?
Now, Mom. Hi, Candace. What took you so long?
It's gonna be different.
Guarantee it!
Why is Doof riding a kid's bike? Oh, I don't really care, but it's funny to see.
That evil scientist just stole my bike!
At least he didn't say pharmacist. Good thinking, kid.
Duck just gave me $20 for my skateboard.
Also, where'd Perry the Platypus get all that money? Oh, probably the old WCA pays him. As Perry chased Doof, look at their hair, Candace and Lulu Jones' hair, as it blows from the wind.
Who are these people? Could you please...
Dynamite!
That's not Ratings Dynamite. That's a suburban backyard.
Of course it happens. It disappears yet again.
Dang!
Welcome to my world.
Wait, listen!
You get that a lot.
Pretty much every day around here.
Where is the van?
To anyone say this is Candace's fault, this is Lulu Jones' own fault. She should have got the key, lock it, and just go back and do it again. Just moral in this story. Always keep your key near you at times, because when you leave your keys inside the car with the door unlocked, this is going to happen. And Doof, of course, steals it. That's why Candace fails again. Even if his invention disappears, Phineas and Ferb are so lucky that Candace is stupid, or other people that is stupider. Otherwise, they could have busted him, even if the invention disappears or not. But nevertheless,
I tell them to leave the keys inside.
I just can't stop laughing at this episode. I think this episode's better than Grease Lightning. It just makes you laugh. Also, Perry the Platypus is obeying the traffic law. Respect.
To stop at all the traffic signals! What is this? Perry the Platypus!
But you couldn't stop the tornado coming through you. Huh? Oh, okay.
Oh, there you are, Perry.
Oh, there you are, Perry. And that is why I will never wear suspenders in public.
Understand my pain.
Want some pie?
I'm getting this!
That's what you get for spending money on the nators.
And you didn't buy a single van! Not one word.
I don't know what happened, but she did get crashed. But obviously she does appear again with the farmer, so whatever. I'm gonna have to say this. The first 11-minute episode, I'm gonna give it a 4. The plot is simple, but it is amazing. Very funny, very interesting. Candace and Lulu Jones' dynamic is pretty good. They talk about each other, what is it like to bust, and what they do, what they have in common, what they learn. That's pretty nice, as Candace was a 3-dimensional character in this episode, so nice. But also Perry and Doof, they were hilarious in this episode. It keeps you up with Doof's magic trick, Perry shoot the bunnies, the bike, and this is so funny. You just cannot stop watching this. As soon as you're willing to ride the ride, characterization 5. Once again, everyone's on character, including Candace, who tries to bust the brothers, as well as Lulu Jones as well, and she is crazy, very energetic, and she does do her job very well until you know what happens. Candace is a three-dimensional character in this. She talks about what is her busting like, what she failed, what she has, what she wants to do. So nice, Perry do. I love the interaction as well. They done a very good job. The creators, the writers. Kudos. The visuals is gonna stay at 3. It's not spectacular, but it has some decent, good looking, like the background, the tornado, the bunny rabbits, the Phineas and Ferb's invention design, which is cool. The busting logo. It has pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Importance. I think I'm gonna give it a 3. It does very well, but not much of the continuity, except Doofus flashback appears again. Candace's desire to bust the brothers is the only reason, but not as much. But the farmers and the other farmer's wife returns, but it's not much. But it feels like a skippable. But if you're missing the fun value, but you are gonna miss out on some. It's best you get out of this and see what you're coming for. Entertainment 5. That leaves off with a 20 out of 25. Better than Grease Lightning. In my opinion, when I was young, I always thought this episode was better than some of the episodes, and it's proven me right again. And this shows that how much quality with the comedic moments, the fun moments, and the high stakes really puts gel together. Let's move on to the next one. The 5th episode that I'm reviewing is Crack the Whip, written by Martin Olson and Bobby Garlow. Again, on May the 24th, 2008. Betty Jo Flynn and Hildegard Johnson have a roller coaster derby rematch. Betty Jo, Ferb and Candace against Hildegard, while Jeremy and Susie, but Candace is worried about if her team wins, Jeremy might not like her anymore. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is out to destroy the Rutherford B. Hayes, but is plagiarized with a terrible moustache.
But a compelling example of American perseverance.
She is like, oh god, this is boring.
After the kids, Candace is skating at the park.
The 4th goes fast as Perry gets something, thinking, this is my chance. I was like, look how hard they have to animate of Candace skating, which is, I feel so sorry for the person who did that. They've got some skills, boy.
Hey, Candace, jump in.
This is Hildegard Johnson. Her grandson, his grandkids are Susie and Jeremy, and she is voiced by Vicki Lawrence.
Oh, the night of the final match between the Bombers.
Oh my goodness, that is Betty Jo. His daughter Linda is similar to her, and she has blue eyes, and she's also voiced by the same voice actress. Brilliant.
Send me to the finish line. Hildy was mine until...
She was about to win, and then she punched Betty Jo. That is cheating. She should be disqualified. How did she get away with this? I have no idea.
Try it again, cheater!
Anytime, anywhere.
Candace, why is my grandma yelling at your grandma?
Your little sister are on my team. So... Yes, Grandma?
The first appearance of Susie Johnson. And also the fact that I despise this character so much. I don't really hate her, but she is the reason why we got the word squirrels on my pants, which we'll get to that later. And she is voiced by the amazing Carrie Walgren, who you know voiced Charmcaster in the Ben 10 series, And Jessica from Rick and Morty.
Have Phineas and Ferb, Grandma. I'm not.
But that's not one boy, so you need to be on your grandma's team so it's fair. Because it's not fair, it's fair.
She's just trying to be adorable, but she is evil to Candace. But we all know Susie acts like that. Any kids act like that when they're little. They are juvenile delinquents, but they're okay.
See you on the track.
Down and turned into a tattoo parlor.
Oh my goodness, looks like they're gonna have to build it.
Nice entrance, Agent Pete. Want you to get out there and put a stop to it.
I can't believe Phineas didn't say, "Hey, where's Perry?" I forgot that Doof doesn't say "curse you, Perry the Platypus" in this episode, which is that, but it makes my life easier. So
know where your dad keeps his glue gun.
Do it! I just knew you'd be up to by now. And Mom hears about this.
how did she get her phone back after she lost it in Grease Lightning?
Win!
No jingle as well. This is frustrating.
I've got a splitting headache. I was at this evil thing. Hold on. Ow! Oh, it all started when I was about 15.
Oh, we were so close to another flashback, but Doof can't do it right now. But I wish we had what happened while she had facial hair. I wish we get to know the full story of it.
Right next door, Rutherford B. Hayes, our 19th president. Thing, there's no beard like 19th century beard, Perry the Platypus. A follicular failure!
Wow, another big stadium in the backyard. Remember in It's Mud World, the crowd was big when Candace and Lawrence were in the car. And also the crowd. And now this again.
No offense, honey, but that's you.
Boys hate to be beaten by girls.
Candace, have you no mercy? Come on, Grandma. Let's go home.
To be honest, I wouldn't blame Candace for not taking part, because it would hurt Jeremy's grandmother and Jeremy as well to not like her again. But she needs to find another solution.
Players to their marks.
Oh, great.
Welcome to today's main event. The Anything Goes Garage.
That is a pretty nice picture, let's be honest. Both rivals reunite with each other.
Yellow, green, blue!
Excellent color, Grandpa.
What is a blimp doing up there?
And they're off.
These two are on it just like old times again. Even at old age, they just never stop. Just wow. Look at two of them having fun. I'm so happy that for Candace.
And we're back. Grandpa?
Chartreuse! For that horrid bearded statue, I've invented the Breadinator. Not only will be magpies that will devour the doughy statue.
I don't know how Doof might catch. I think he lured them to make sure they can get inside to use the Denator, but he doesn't have a self-destruct button.
We're coming to the end of the race. The crowd is going nuts. Don't touch him, Jeremy! Candace and Jeremy neck and neck as they...
Of course, Susie had to do it now. Oh dear, oh dear. Wow, good reflexes. This is why never pause when you're watching Phineas and Ferb, because that frame is weird again. You deserve this, Susie, for doing that. Oh dear, here we go again.
A tie? Oh, Betty Joe ain't gonna like that.
You're crazy! I obviously crossed the finish line.
Wrong! And get off, cheater!
You tell her, Betty Joe.
You, Hilda. Did you have fun?
Yeah, with the kids.
Yeah, maybe it ain't important. But just calling a loser, cheater.
Who you calling a cheater, loser?
That's it. Race you to the Rutherford B. Hayes statue.
Jeremy, Candace, Phineas and Ferb are the only ones that said, nope, we're not doing this again. I don't blame them. And Candace, she did her part very well.
Yeah, the rain, you'll turn off the rain. And ray off. Next time, alright?
Yeah, I know where the birds are following. look at that purple as it transitioned to a bread. It felt a bit off, but whatever. I wish I had it when it goes into a morph instead of transitioning.
A loaf of bread? Mom! It was, but now it's a loaf of bread! Come on!
How'd your speech go?
Well, I have to say, it was thimbly wonderful.
Good catch, Jeremy.
I'm gonna give this plot a 2. It is simple and complex, but I like the idea of Betty, Joe, and Hilda fighting in competitive in a skate race, which I call it, and the Flynn family and the Johnson family joins on, which is very good for family entertainment. Doof and Perry, well, they did a nice interaction, but not as much compared to them. It did balance well, but not quite as the previous episode, like leaving the busting to us. Characterization, I think I'm gonna give it a 4. It's because Doof had a headache, but not as much as you can say. Perry too, he didn't have as much as he thought in the previous episode as well. Everyone else, including Jeremy, Jeremy's grandmother, and also Susie, as we get to see more later on. The issues is gonna stay at 3. There are a lot of things to point out again, like the stadium, the giant bread, the statue, the innators. There are a lot of things to point out, which done well, but not as spectacular as some of the episodes. Just saying, importance is gonna get a 2. The return of Betty Joe and Grandpa Clyde again. Helgard doesn't appear until season 3, as Susie became the recurring of Phineas to annoy Candace as we get to the Halloween episode later. And entertainment can get another 5. That leaves off with a 16 out of 25. I knew it was going to score lower, but not as flamboyant as Boston or Grease Lightning as it has flamboyant and Rick. I know the skate part has a good part, but not quite as the previous episode. Let's move on to the next one. The 6th episode that I'm reviewing is The Best Lazy Day Ever. The story is written by Martin Olson and Bobby Gala, again on May the 24th, 2008. Phineas and Ferb decide to do absolutely nothing for the day. Candace questions her purpose in life after realizing that she can't bust her brothers for doing nothing. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofenshmirtz is tired of being the ugliest person around, so he invents a device that can turn anything and anyone ugly. I really like how the color palette changed from night to morning as the sun rises, which is pretty cool. I like that. They should do more of this more often. Front face Phineas looking away again.
Most on-time backyard railroad ever? Harry can be the station's mascot.
I really like this. The sun is shining as the clouds is moving. Very, very good.
Done. Relax. I say we take advantage day ever.
Hey, Stacey, concert at the summer festival.
I never know Jerry has a band, but the person next to him in the poster is Coltrane, which we're gonna see later on.
Clock, and there's no construction noise, no delivery truck.
Sometimes I wake up at 10 or 11 or 12 because I had to stay awake until 2 or 3 a.m., which is annoying.
Thinking, Ferb, we'll put these decoys up so Candace thinks we're doing nothing. And then while Candace isn't looking, we'll do something.
Boys, what you doing?
We're doing nothing today.
Well, I'm on.
Hi, Mom. Hey, where's Perry?
So, anyway, stop doing first. Here you go.
Today is a pivotal moment in my life. Festival. Jeremy's gonna see me in the crowd. Woo, baby! Oh, yeah, sing it! Then we're gonna have 2 kids, Xavier and Amanda.
There we go, foreshadowing in what's going to happen in season 2, the futuristic episode. And Candace will have the two kids, Xavier and Amanda. And also Fred, another brother. So that means she's going to have 3 kids with Jeremy. Looks like it's going to happen.
Standing is something.
Candace think they're going to do something, but in this episode they do nothing.
Hello?
Did you guys hear that? That's Lindana, I Wanna Have Fun. Great callback.
Hey, just relax and let your brothers enjoy their do-nothing day.
Got some time to go about my personal business. I'll put this camera in just the right spot so Phineas and Ferb are... Ugh!
To be honest, this is what she should be doing all the time. Get a camera, record proof if there's something, and make sure. But I'm worried about Doof and Natos hitting something. As long as it doesn't hit and it's safe, she will successfully bust them.
Who is Candace? Perfect day to build one of these or what? Time traveling submarine, come on!
Great callback, but this time they're not going to do a time traveling submarine. But they do later on when Buford lost his fish. But we'll get there.
Brother today, do you like high adventure? Then we totally sick water slide of doom! That's right, kids, build it.
I did it.
Call now!
By the way, aren't you a little too old to be building one of these?
What? This thing started, and then because they're mad, they'll want to take over and show me how to do it. Then I'll call Mom and bust them.
Mate, you're a psychopath, Candace, in this episode, but you're gonna bust yourself. But foreshadowing what's gonna happen in season 3, in the season 2, actually.
Hello, Perry the Platypus. My slow...
Perry is running fast, but he's slowing because of Doof's Nator, and also the fact that the theme song is also going slow as he is trying to run. Funny sight.
Better looking than me, Uglyator. It's ugly. Let me get Ward.
Hi, I'm Vance Ward.
Lance Ward is voiced by Diedrich Bader, who went on to play a recurrent character named Albert in season 2 onwards. He also voiced some of the characters in Phineas and Ferb as well. You may know him as Hostile Gardo from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Batman from Batman the Brave and the Bold.
I mean, what's my motivation in this scene?
Man, I hate the sight of this. It looks ugly. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, oh no. What the fuck happened there? Once again, Doof is flying with a balloon.
Room with my favorite flat.
I paused it right there. I thought Candace stepped on Ferb, but that was close.
Oh yeah, I'm really having fun now.
Actually, I was gonna ask you if you could keep the noise down.
You tell him, Phineas. Also, you should have said it in the anger tone, but he does in season 2 when he shouted at Candace.
You used to have this much fun? All this fun could be yours too? All you have to do is join me. Okay.
She is going to be late if she doesn't. And the sound she's doing looks like it's gonna happen.
Yoo-hoo! Of course, you are going for the slow motion and...
Why couldn't Doof hold 2 guns of a Nator? If he snatches this, Perry would not have got it and he would have succeeded. But no, she's gonna leave it there. In this episode, Doof is really evil, but he's not evil. But in this episode, he is. This man made Perry look like an idiot.
Ugly.
It's time to go. I'm gonna call you all afternoon.
I don't blame Stacy for being annoyed at Candace, but Candace should listen to Stacy, and she should have gone with her right now. And look what's happening.
Now!
Jeremy!
The festival is huge, but not quite as the stadium from the last episode when Betty Jo and Hildegard was racing.
Gentle and loving.
I love when it has the effect like the love hearts around the person, which is amazing. Not just Jeremy getting the appearance, the other crowd as well because of Doof's Uglyator.
Who are these guys? They must be the opening act.
Let me edit something. I can make it better. Yeah, that is better.
It's hardy har har. Vance Ward! Something beautiful!
Perry is so smart. He's realized he needs to reverse it to make it beautiful. Very clever.
Get me out of here!
What about my TV and chair?
Vance, this is a terrible idea.
Balloon! Curse you, Perry the Platypus!
There you are, Perry.
And with handsome movie actor Vance Ward on TV.
This is pretty nice that Jerry's doing something for Candace as well. Coltrane does appear again in the Baljeetles with Stacy revisiting her crush. Even if Candace is crazy, pretty sweet. I'm going to give this plot a 2. Another complex and simple episode. It really bothers me that Phineas and Ferb did nothing, but it is what it is. Candace tried to get them to have fun and create something, but nothing, as she is focused on doing to bust Phineas and Ferb more than focusing on her boyfriend Jeremy. Also, Doof and Perry had a lot to shine, and it proved very well yet again that how much of Doof created not just 1, 2 Anators, the ugly Anator and the slow Anator, which is pretty nice, and he could have won if he planned better. Characterization, I'm gonna give it a 4. Doof and Perry did do a lot, as Perry does what he does, and Doof, that was the most evilest plan he ever did. The ugly Anator, the slow Anator, that is pretty amazing, not gonna lie. Reason why I give it a 4 because Phineas and Ferb did little, but that's their characterization, always energetic, but I didn't see it in this episode. Candace and Stacy and Jeremy, they did show their characterization in this episode. Visuals is gonna stay at 3. There are a lot of good things, like Doofus Balloon, the Anator, the ugly Anator, the slow Anator, the design, and also the dinosaur that Candace created, and the crowd, and the music as well. It has a lot of things, but again, not quite as flamboyant as it is from previous episodes. Importance is gonna be a 2. It feels like it's a skippable episode if it doesn't connect, but some that you miss out, like Candace mentioned about her future kids, which is gonna come out in season 2, and also Doofus Anator, which some of his plans are pathetic, but this one, the ugly Anator, is fantastic. And Coltrane returns as well as Jeremy and his band later on. Entertainment is getting a 5 again. That's gonna leave off with a 16 out of 25. Not bad, but that's expected as the standards are. Let's move on to the next one. The 7th episode that I'm going to break down in this video is Boyfriend from 207,000 BC. Story is by Martin Olsen, and it's premiered on June the 7th, 2008. Phineas and Ferb go to search of a caveman while Candace attends Stacy's costume party. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofenshmirtz wants to get rid of the sandwich costumes.
And is of tools as well as skilled hunters.
This is the last time we see Caveman, as we got to see it in It's About Time, but not important there.
The Neanderthals blamed each other for being ill-equipped to survive and may be preserved to this very day.
And that's what Phineas and Ferb are going to do in this episode.
I wonder. I know what we're gonna do today.
A front-faced Phineas while eating his sandwich. Oh gosh.
A disco diva! A corn dog! Nah, think about my costumes, Jeremy.
Gee, Candace.
Is she holding Mr. Miggins from It's Finna Choice and Furbox? Oh yes, it is the same teddy bear.
What?
Candace?
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Candace, are you going to stay?
All matchy, and it'll be like we're on a date.
Well, boys, we're off to the Center for Historic Tropical Topiaries.
I'm sure flower beds.
Wouldn't think of it.
No, they won't, and they're gonna look for something that is alive.
Where's Perry?
He is dressed up as a magpie.
Oh, there you are, Agent P. Pick out that wild-eyed miscreant and find out what he's up to. As a bunny?
No, he will not, but foreshadowing on what's gonna happen in season 2 as Dennis the Rabbit does appear in the season, but we'll get to that.
Ooga booga. Hi, it's Stace. Phineas and Ferb, your lesson for a busted. Candace.
There are a lot of trees and grass there with the building. As you can see, ice looks like a mountain or something.
All right, let's see. Jurassic, Cretaceous.
By that, I mean completely sufferable.
That's the similar quote how he said it in the roller coaster episode. But this time he said, completely canning, completely soft in this one.
Dress as sandwiches to promote restaurants. Are you a person or your food? For some reason, I don't mind the sandwich suit to removinator. Shreds them to teensy-weensy pieces.
Is he going to kill them or something? That's gotta be very evil.
Right down to their skivvies!
I don't hear her laugh in the series, but she did force you to wear dresses for an entire year. Turn around, Candace, there's something behind you. I like the room design, but why the light is on? It's daytime.
World. We've done with the wheel, and fire, and shiny objects.
Using the hairdryer to melt it? You could have used a heater or some hot thing, like maybe a pan or hot thing like something, but whatever.
Did it!
Me, Kong.
Telling that the voice is John DiMaggio. Once again, he returns to voice another character.
Oh no, Conk, that's a carburetor. Or, while you wait here with Ferb.
You know Kong isn't going to listen, Phineas. And also, as I paused it, again, a front-face Phineas.
Hey, Candace, you think you could spare us?
Me manly man, me like meat.
You should meet our new friend. He's a real Neanderthal.
As soon as I said that, Candace should have known it straight away. Otherwise, she could have successfully busted Phineas and Ferb. But, again, she should have done it, but whatever.
Take my sandwich back. And if you even think I'm gonna get it.
Get what?
It!
At last, my efforts have come to fruition.
His room is the same like the first episode of Roller Coaster. As you can see, there's a lot in the front, the back, the controls, or the round place. Really neat. As you can see, the design of the Anator, which is amazing.
Yes, all zeros make. Platypus, are you asleep?
I just don't blame Perry the Platypus for seaweed. He's like tired, like this is taking too long. I might well just give up.
At last! Well, you remember the rest.
I love the smoke with the flames flying out. That is cool. Very, very cool design. He'll be like, I have one for myself as well.
Hey guys, I guess we'd be hungry too if we hadn't eaten in 28,000 years.
28,000 years? That was when you time traveled back in time.
Stay put, and we'll be back.
You know he's not going to listen, right?
Sandwiches!
Sandwiches for ya. Conk?
This is the first sight of Stacy's house, as and Dr. Harino and her sister Ginger live there as well. There's a basket there, it's colored yellow. It really looks good.
Jeremy? It's Candace and Jeremy. Hey, everybody. Candace and Jeremy are here.
She will realize it's not Jeremy, but there's the pyramid from the pyramid episode, the Dinklings in the platypus toy when he does nothing, the clown, the witch and the hula girl. Neat. We had a bug, a vampire, a racing driver guy, a robot, and the woman with the hat. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty neat.
Okay, you're not my bro.
Come on. Yeah, he really hates techno. Jeremy, you're so primitive. Woo!
Candace, just see the light and just know it's not Jeremy.
Sorry I'm running late, but I just finished getting ready.
Yeah, you look amazing. Then who?
You should meet our new friend. He's a real Neanderthal.
Phineas and Ferb are behind this. Mom!
You should have known but earlier if you had listened to him or just seen meet his friend. You could have known and busted him straight away. But I don't really blame Candace, but it is very sensitive.
A real caveman.
Well, you can say what you like about Candace, but...
Well, what do you know?
Mother of mayonnaise!
Why are you not wearing the t-shirt under there? And just... Oh my goodness, you just look embarrassing like that. Imagine not wearing clothes under a costume. You should do. You look weird.
Gets here, you're gonna be in big trouble.
They...
Three, 2, 1, boom! It's gone.
That smells like mustard. Huh?
Calm as a bitch, doof.
Big sandwich!
Compete with a sandwich like that.
You can see the silhouettes of Doof and Kong as they are chasing.
Especially if it's a caveman.
Yeah, especially if it's a caveman.
I'm gonna give this plot a 2. It is simple and complex. Candace going in the party with Stacy's house, which is simple but not as quite as the previous ever. Same with Phineas and Ferb looking for a caveman, but again it feels like nothing's there as much. But again, Kong is not a caring character as much. Doof and Perry, the only characters that have a lot, as Doof hates sandwiches as he tries to stop them, which he nearly did. He could have done it more if he wasn't defeated by Perry, but nevertheless, it's alright. Characterization, I'm gonna give it a 4. Many of the characters are not our place, like Phineas and Ferb, Jeremy, Stacy, Doof and Perry. They're all complete. Candace, well, a bit until she is in character, but it feels like she could have discovered it first. It just went like she could have busted them now if she goes and meets the old. But it feels like her characterization sometimes gets dumbed down a lot in many of the episodes, which makes sense. Visuals is gonna stay at a 3. I like the design of Deucenator, Kong's design, the caveman, the sandwiches, and it looks pretty cool, but not quite as it is yet. Importance, it's gonna be a 1. It's because of Jeremy and Candace relationship, which links up very well, but the rest is nothing except Perry and Doof. But it feels like a skippable episode. You don't have to watch it. You could just skip this episode if you want to, but it feels like a filler episode. But yes, some of the episodes are filler, but in later episodes it's connect, but this one isn't one of them. And entertainment, well, I'm gonna give it a 5. That leaves off with a 15 out of 25. I know that the creator says Dan Provenmire said it's the weakest episode of Phineas and Ferb. It's just like, there are more than that, but this episode for now, it just feels like a filler episode. Let's move on to the next one. We are into our 8th breakdown. Voyage to the Bottom of Buford. Stories by Bobby Gala and Martin Olsen. On June the 7th, 2008, after Buford loses his goldfish, Phineas and Ferb help him search for it. An accidental good deed causes Dr. Doofenshmirtz endless trouble.
This is the life. The sand.
Wow, they really put all that effort to build a sandcastle. Well done.
Hey, what's wrong, Buford? Why are you crying?
Crying. I'm just sweating through my eyes.
Major Monogram said the same thing in the second dimension at the end, which is very hard.
Used to be a wimp like you. I was somehow drawn to this game.
The first we get to learn about Phineas and Ferb's friend's past is Buford. Later on, it was Bao G and Isabella when he had the crush on Phineas, which she failed, but we'll get there.
After my mother.
Hello, nerd. Well.
I realized this young bully reappears again in a middle-aged robot when he started the wave, which I'll point out.
I knew I had to defend of anything or anybody, except, maybe a giant squid.
Which is going to appear later on.
Biff and I decided to go.
Even if Buford is a bully, I kind of sympathize with him that his fish is taken and his friends will do everything they can, which we'll get to that now.
Well, Buford back. Maybe we should help him find his fish.
Hug you.
Hey, where's Perry?
Come here.
Perry the Platypus is surfing like a boss.
Breaking news. A kitten in peril. Up! Wow, a good Samaritan saved her!
Defecting to the good side.
Not yet, he is still evil until we get to season 4 and Milo Murphy's Law.
Monogram out.
Like them? Ooh, these are even better! Hey, Candace, aren't those your brothers?
This is the second time that Phineas and Ferb build a submarine. Of course, and it's not a time machine submarine that Candace had with the blueprints in Do Nothing Day, but it's different.
It usually takes us at least a montage.
Did Ferb just break the fourth wall?
Cool camera, and then I'll finally approve and I can bust them!
Finally, you're using a camera.
Oh, a gift for me? Oh, how sweet of you. Affecting to the good side. Oh, no, not you too.
You will soon, but for now, you're not buying it.
I was out picking up a few things, and as I was walking out of this kitten landed in my bag. One little accident has ruined my reputation.
Not really as much, but in the next episode, Doof is going to be fine.
Evil scientist fraternity reunion. If they see that broad...
I realized the pharmacist and the scientist in the same... Well, they appeared in It's About Time when Perry had to speak to Doof to get his nemesis back.
Oh! I wasn't done
Tired. I'm sweating through my eyes. Stuck! I'm stuck!
Even though Buford is a bully, Ferb is tougher than Buford. Remember in Raging Bully, he pinched Buford at the end?
Sweating out of your eyes?
Thanks, I need it.
Looks like Candace is on board as well.
Help us find your goldfish.
Come on!
All right, everyone, the dolphin...
I really feel for Buford, even though he's a bully, but you gotta sympathize with him. What if you lose your pets, your dogs, your cats, anything? Will you suffer the same fate? Of course, because they are closest to you, and what you have is really special, and it really comes close.
In my bed.
He really bonds with his pets well, unlike some. I'll give him that. How is that even possible? He could have fell off right there. You know he can't play video games, Buford. He's a fish.
Line to me.
He sleeps with his fish. Some people sleep with their dogs or cats or any pet around. That shows why you take care of your pets very well. Otherwise, they could go crazy and it could end up being lost.
We've got to find that.
I really like the submarine following the 3 whales, as you can see the submarine close as it pans out, and you can see the damage thing. She is lucky that her brothers and Buford doesn't get spotted. Otherwise, if they double check, Candace would have been exposed there, but it wouldn't matter anyway because she will still take pictures.
Allow me to introduce the Media Erasinator! All video signals, print ads, photographs, the tri-state area!
I love that face. He's like, don't do it.
Union without any embarrassment.
I really like the design of this in here. It has handles, a thing, discs, maybe circles. Top tier design. Looks pretty good. Coloring.
There you go, little buddy.
Oh goodness, the squid is here.
I could cry.
Little help here.
Wow, that is a giant squid. Is that Vilgax?
Squid, what are the odds?
That's Vilgax in his true form. I know it's a joke, but imagine that is Vilgax in Phineas and Ferb. That would be cool.
Drop the goldfish. You and me are gonna dance.
Yeah, that is the Buford we know. Him, tough, very strong. That's what he is. Vilgax is getting beaten by Buford. How the mighty have fallen.
All right, there's nothing to see here. Everybody back inside.
But you were a lot more sensitive.
Oh, I don't enjoy that.
Camera, save the camera, save the camera.
She is lucky that didn't sink with her inside the sea. Otherwise, she would have lost it. Imagine if the photos are waterproof. That would have succeeded.
I told you I was coming out first.
Save the camera, save the camera, save the camera.
Hey, you gotta pay for that.
Right after I pay for it.
This reminds me of Gitchy Gitchy Goo episode when Linda, Candace drags her when Linda forgot to pay her coat. And that's happening to Candace twice. She keeps forgetting to pay before using it.
Crazy! It's shooting all over! Willy-nilly! But Willy!
I feel like this episode, Candace is so unlucky. She is so close and then this happened. Oh goodness me.
Oh, come on!
This is funny to me. And he also said it for the second time. Oh, come on. And he also said it in the last episode of Science Fair.
Candace, honey, you're all wet.
Fins, giant octopus.
I don't.
This is a famous error. She's supposed to have 4 fingers instead of 5.
Sis, have a good swim?
I'm gonna give the plot a 2. It is another simple episode, but again, it is very good with finding his fish in the river when he gets captured squid. Phineas and Ferb and his friends helped as well to take part. Also, Candace doing her part to bust the brothers even though she failed, which is an ideal one. And Doof and Perry, well, they both did fight even if Doof does good, but the damage already done. Characterization 5. Everyone was on point except Buford, as he did lose his fish, as he acts. That's what everyone acts when they lose their pet. And Buford turns back to normal after he defeats the squid. It's like, it's just another day. And Doof turning into good is the first sign, but again, he is still evil while he tries to remove it, but failed. Visuals can get a 3. I don't want to talk about the war animation is great because I skipped past it because of copyright reasons. I really like the submarine design, different to, not better as when Candace is in her mouth. I really like Biff, the squid design is very good. Spectacular, but not as much. Entertainment can get a 2. And Biff does return in season 4 later on, as he was mentioned in season 2, the lemonade stand, which I can buy. Also, that's the first hint of Biff turning good, as we get to see later in Milo Murphy's Law and in season 4 end. Entertainment, well, 5. That leaves off with a 17 out of 25. Better than the last episode, but still can't beat the Boston episode. Let's move on to the next one. The 9th episode that I'm reviewing is A Hard Day's Night, written by the same writers from the previous breakdown I did today. Premiered on June the 14th, 2008. The Flynn Fletchers are in England visiting Lawrence's parents, Reginald and Alf Wenfred. During the trip, Phineas and Ferb decide to hold a medieval tournament after hearing their grandfather's story about the Black Knight of Worcestershire. Candace also participates in the festivals only to impress Charles. Agent Pete infiltrates Evil Con to see what Dr. Doofusmas is up to. This is the first time in this episode we get to see London, and it looks pretty accurate in the bus, the cars, the place there, and the taxi. Pretty cool.
And then Buckingham Palace, or the White Cliffs of Dover, Stonehenge.
See, the episode does it for me. Thanks, Lawrence. You think it has? No, it has not. And there it is, the round thing. That is the London Eye.
The old homestead.
Look, there's Grandma.
Phineas, Ferb.
The Grandpa Reg is voiced by Malcolm McDonald, who did the Orange Clockwork. He also known as Matala from the DCAU, and Grandma's voiced by Jane Carr, who you know did Puddin' in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
What do you think, dear?
He's a You look like a right beautiful
castle next door.
Oh, aye, that's our neighbours.
Do they still own it, even though it's medieval and old? Oh, who cares? So, this is the Black Knight, the medieval era. Poor guy, he's getting chased by dogs everywhere. Really like the design of the dragon. Reminds me of Ben 10 80 Force episode 2, when Ben as Echo destroyed the dragon.
On their final charge to vanquish the dragon. Disastrous results.
He got killed and eaten? That is pretty dark.
Ghost still haunts these foggy moors.
Hey, I know what we should do today. Grandpa, the days of yore. We can have jousting and catapults.
Everything here is so old, wet, and small.
Candace is so relatable, but come on.
Come on, man.
He looks like Jeremy, but with a British accent, which is nice.
Yes, delightful, Master Charles. Clearly you have mastered the my serve. Oh dear, I have punned.
The butler is voiced by the legendary Tim Curry, who's gone on to voice Lloyd Dexter in this episode as well. And you also know other roles like Rocky Horror, who worked with Lawrence's voice actor Richard O'Brien. And you also know as another role, Nigel Thornberry.
Pig's barely suckling. What do I look like? A fool?
This episode made me realize Phineas is so sassy in season 1, but his personality is more positive in season 2 onwards.
Hey, where's Perry?
Front face Phineas is standing right in front of you.
Is attending an evil scientist convention in London is the man sitting next to you.
Oh, how did he get here? That is a big concern about this. I was thinking, how did he get captured by the old WCA? Did they just beat him and defeat him? Or so? That doesn't really concern me. A bit, but not much, because he doesn't appear again.
I'm Charles Pipping, the fourth.
Putting on a medieval tournament.
Medieval tournament. Idea I've heard in years.
At least they're not fighting dragons, but with swords, with an armor. I know they're gonna use a castle maybe, but yeah.
Absolutely. We could use my family's castle as a backdrop. A handsome knight.
Note that Evil Con is a parody of Comic Con. He is born in the 50s, and that episode came out in 2008. I'm not sure if it's set up there, but I don't know. And he also said not a platypus in the bottom.
Convention, Dr. Wexler!
Class, Charles, the winner of the tournament.
If she has long hair, she would have gotten out of the castle.
Good idea. Ferb, I'll take the top and bottom hat because of your incredibly long, willowy legs.
He's like, is my legs tall? Good one.
Me up here. Yo, Chuck! Hey, guys! I am locked in the tower! Come on, let go! Fine! Happy? Ow!
Behold, the new Black Knight is Candace.
Pop next door to fetch my own armor.
Okay, Charles, we'll help you get on.
That's not Charles, it's Candace. And I know they can't hear her talk because he's stuck in the armor.
You didn't think I'd recognize you, did you? You're my greatest hero of evil science.
Oh boy, I wish we get to know a lot about Webster. Oh, and the convention looks legit. I like how it set up the horse, the armor, the crowd, even though it's little. I really like that. It sounds like medieval.
Begin!
We're ready, Grandpa!
I like the armor of the sheep with 3 lines and you can see closely there.
Look!
How did she land it perfectly? Oh, who cares? And they are repeating the same frame, but this time they carved the thing inside. Not just his face facing front again, but this time with an armor.
That!
Perhaps it was the ghost of the Black Knight.
It's the book. It's your autobiography.
Inside an evil mind, the Dr. Wexler story. Neat.
Okay, now I'm ready. Heart, the heavy hand of regret.
Aww, Doof looks so cute in that picture. With his tears, he is so proud. Until he meets, you know what happens later.
Spit, 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 spit.
This, in triviality, Perry was supposed to say inspection, but again, I don't know why it says spit, spit, spit all the time. This is the first episode that Doof doesn't know Perry in disguise until Perry reveals it, which we'll get to see later on.
The middle of an evil weapons expo!
I was gonna count that a nail, but Doofusmuck didn't build it, so for me it doesn't count.
For my giant robot, Queen Elizabeth I.
Even if Perry had the dragon, he would have still won, but Doof is good, but not quite as Perry. But I think Doof would made the mistake there. I think she would have Elizabeth I as Perry would have the. He could have possibly won.
Prepare this one, thanks. And fire breathing. Ow! Wait back! Ow! That was a stupid design.
Only if it has fireproof, then yeah. And that is the second time that Doof, his hair is gone after the last breakdown when Beaver lost his fish. That was a big mistake for not having Elizabeth I. Doof, this is what you get.
Herb, I think we put it on sideways this time.
It's a draw!
This just in, a mechanical...
Also, VBBC is a parody of BBC, and British Broadcasting Central, whatever.
Version of Jane Eyre is in the offing.
Not every episode needs to have a fight scene between Perry and Doof. We do need comedy or inspiration, why? But this episode choreographed the fight scene very well. I like this so far.
Black Knight, I guess he's still in search of the dragon.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, Charles.
And she is okay.
Ah, there you are, Perry.
Anything interesting?
I hear there's a new version of Jane Eyre.
I have no idea what happened in the end. This is the first episode that is set in London, not in Danville. The plot is gonna get to another complex episode with Phineas and Ferb doing something fun, but this time with a medieval stuff to fight against in Charles in the armor, which is fun but very scary. But again, we learn more about the Black Knight and stuff, medieval, but again, it's interesting, but not as much. I'm gonna have to put my bias there, sorry. My opinion isn't that, so you have to stand by. Perry and Doof, they were much more interesting in this episode. And the fight scene was very, very good as well. Characterization 5. Everyone is on point, including Phineas and Ferb's grandparents, Clyde and, Reg and the grandma. Charles was on point, the butler as well. Dr. Lloyd Exler, I think we don't get to see him again. Doof is really evil in this episode, as it shows when he was fighting Perry as the dragon. Very on point in this episode for everyone. Visuals, I'm surprised, but I'm gonna give it a 4. I like the design of the Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, the Queen Elizabeth I, the dragon robot, the medieval armor, the dress of Candace, the Black Knight. Everything is on point in this episode. Very well done. Importance gets a 3. Grandpa Reg and the grandma does return later on, and we do visit in London again in season 2, My Elementary. It can be a skippable episode if you want to, but there are some things that you can have to get out of it. Entertainment gets another 5. That's gonna leave off with a 19 out of 25. Well, I thought it was gonna score a bit lower, but I'm surprised it did very well. Let's move on to the last one. The last breakdown in this video and this year is going to be Traffic Cam Caper. The story is by Martin Olsen and it's premiered on July the 12th, 2008. A traffic camera DVD in the neighborhood gives Candace video proof of her brother's activities, but Agent P is sent on a mission to destroy that DVD because it has recorded his comings and goings as a secret agent. To do that, he needs to get some help from a familiar robot created by a familiar scientist while Major Monogram and the agent wait for Agent P. This is the first episode that is set in the beginning of night.
We built an elevator to the moon in the backyard today.
That also was in the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
Back.
Come on, Linda. She is very clueless, but she needs to know that this is real. But again, I feel bad for Candace.
Pushing the boundaries of time and space sure makes a guy...
How fun is that? If only they believe me.
Because Doofus must deny us this makes it disappear, and sometimes it doesn't disappear. Like sometimes Linda is clueless, and sometimes Candace can do something stupid.
Run out of tape?
Oh no, it's on a compressed CD.
Drive on the right.
Yes, so you keep telling me.
This is what Danville is at night, as some of the houses are of the light is closed, some of them is open, which is very, the color palette really change after day and night, so you can see the difference. Nice magic trick, Perry. Great callback from Bustum.
Most important mission of your career.
Wait until you hear about the second dimension and when Carl turns evil, so yeah.
It's your comings and goings as a secret agent.
Oh dear, if they found out, he's gonna be relocated.
I'm just borrowing. There it is! The elevator to the moon!
They do go on the moon again in season 2, but this is a foreshadowing for when they get busted in their dream.
And how do you go the roller coaster? And the beach? And the roller rink?
Great callback from the previous episode. This show has good continuity, but some in this episode did have one problem, which we'll get later. Candace is so lucky that her head is in the pillow. If she saw that, his cover would have been blown and he would have been relocated. Thank goodness for that.
So beautiful!
What you watching?
Oh, just
Oh, our moon elevator. Mom would love this.
You know you're gonna get yourself busted, right? They didn't know, but why?
Oh, Mom. Oh, on this very complete incriminating images from...
All right, Candace, what's going on in...
I feel bad for Perry. He's like, I can't see my secret identity to my own. It's kind of frustrating, but I know how you feel, Perry.
We're gonna pencil her in for 7:30.
9.
Oh, Perry is up to something very good.
After hours.
This isn't the last time we get to hear After Hours until what is the episode again? Oh yeah, the Lighthouse episode. I nearly forgot.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
He's using a grin guard when he sleeps to keep his teeth in a better place and good shit. I do that as well in real life.
A minute, why are you here? You're not...
Hi, I'm Norm.
That's it? I'm my giant robot man?
I remember Norm did try to destroy Perry in this video, but again, I don't know how he got fixed, but it is what it is.
I don't want to see one scratch on that machine.
Ha! This part really bothers me. In later episode, it revealed that Norm part is run by a squirrel, which I'm a bit salty about. It's just, it doesn't make sense, but that's how they change it up in later episodes. But,
No way, Phineas! There to do to take it away from me!
My name is Norm.
that's what he always says since, Grease Lightning, but, oh wow. Of course, a front-faced Phineas.
One.
But that thing ran off with my disc! My evidence!
Even if in that evidence would bust Phineas the Third, but that will also expose Agent P as a cover.
Giant robot? How cool is that? Robot Heine!
He actually said the same thing in the second dimension, except the end is different.
Let's kick some robot chassis.
What a lovely evening. To get the lead out. Switching to...
The wheels come on her shoes as the rocket blasters as the smoke. That is very cool. You can see a cat, a dog, a raccoon, a kangaroo agent, and a frog. And these are the same agents that appeared. It's about time.
Vaudeville routine with an intern.
5 minutes in and we've already got more scenes of Major Monaghan and Carl than the previous episode. They did appear, but not as much. But you don't need to anyway, but I'm glad we have this.
Hey. Me again why all the agents are animals.
Because you recruited them, and we do get to know more later on in this, not in this episode, soon.
Estimated time to destination.
Look what is inside. I'm sad that they changed. There's a lot of buttons, a sat nav, and this is pretty cool. And look at this stuff. Oh, those are levers in the bottom, yeah. And the lady with the voice is Kelly Hu, because she sounds like Stacy there.
Oil level low.
I really like the night atmosphere sound there. Pretty nice. He's like, take the change. I will get oil.
Goes, and the owl goes, and the doggy goes.
Lost Agent T last November.
This is an easy guess. You know why they lost Agent T? Because of Thanksgiving.
Ooh, and that's how the animals go.
Quote, status quo, but you all know Swampy Marsh is a singer. And a good one as well. A rocket with a bike. Wow.
Oh, again.
Oh shit. But he doesn't know anyway, so who cares? And Phineas gets the disc. Wow. This part frustrated me when I watched it again, but it feels like Candace hesitated, according to the background information. If Candace didn't hesitate, she should have rescued Phineas and and she could have succeeded. But that's what teenagers and our kids do. But again, I hesitate as well. So you know what? I get it.
You didn't save it.
What? And let you fall?
That is a sweet brother and sister mode. But again, if you didn't hesitate, you could have got both of them.
Besides, I still have that big...
The smoke animation is good as it follows as it lights pink. I thought it was... And look at the color palette light as with the shadow when Phineas and Candace saw it blown.
What did I miss?
Huh?
I didn't know how he'd do that, but I remember the last episode that he went in disguise to fool the Doof. But Perry is awesome. He's just so cool, but he does his best to protect his secret. So you know what? I get it.
I trust that your mission was a complete success.
Got it.
Save this organization. If there's anything to do for you in return, don't hesitate.
I love that smile. I think he's like, can I get paid more? Because I've done your dirty work.
My video traffic ticket's been cleared.
All because of Perry. It's pretty nice that he is doing it for his owners to protect them.
And the worm goes. Don't do that.
Remember, Eagle does eat worms, as we saw it in this video's breakdown earlier.
I'm Norm.
Where did he come from? And Norm, you're not an animal. Get out of here.
Weird that he's not an animal.
I am already on it, sir.
The plot, I'm gonna give it a 4. It could have been a 5 if it was a 21-minute episode, but it's good enough because this episode has high stakes. Perry's agent was about to be blown, then he realized and figured something. He needs a disguise to stop him. As Candace, while Phineas and Ferb also helped to try and get the disc. And it shows a lot, but again, it just shows very, very good stakes on how much it shows, while it improved season as it gets more in the second dimension and Summer belongs to. It really proves that Candace's determination to bust is really trying hard, but again, she really cares about her brothers as well as the me. And we also get to know more about the old WCA as the name doesn't appear until later on. Characterization 5. Everyone's on point. But Doof didn't appear as much. As you don't need to anyway. We don't need the same episode over again, but we do, but not some no. But it's good to see an episode change a bit, like more about Perry's personality as an agent, more of Major Monogram and Carl, how they operate, the animal as well, and Norm. His personality, as he does his part after he tried to kill Perry in Grease Lightning. Also like Phineas the First personality, as they are positive throughout, but also like Candace. Not just he's trying to bust her brothers, he's trying to protect his brothers. He could have busted them, but he does care, because if it happens to her, she will get in trouble as well. He's doing her best to protect them no matter how dangerous the situation is. Visuals can get a 3. I like the design of the old WCA's headquarters, the elevator to the moon, as we didn't get it enough, but it is quite good, and it's great to see Danville at night, but not quite as detailed as the previous episode that I did, but it's still decent. But no, importance gets a 4. It shows a lot that we see Norm returning again, Perry as an agent, what he does, and another hint toward his secret identity being exposed in the second dimension, which we'll get. We learn more about the old WCA, where the headquarters are, Major Monogram and Carl. It's pretty nice. And also we learn about Candace really cares about her brothers, as we've seen in many of them in later episodes. Entertainment could get a 5. I'm gonna leave off with a 21 out of 25. Wow, I am surprised, but I'm gonna stick by that. I'm not gonna change anything. If you want to do your own, leave it in the comments down below. Let's round out our final thought. There are a few things to point out, like the episode Boston appeared shortly after Disney announced the second pickup of Phineas and Ferb, which is very cool, and it's deserved actually. The introduction of Norm and the introduction of Lawrence's parents in A Hard Day's Night. The episodes that I reviewed are so much better than the previous ones, except there and there. It ties up for the continuity in future and past episodes. Some filler episode may just be not in the great place, but if you can get something out of it, you're going to have a wonderful ride, which pays off. It's not a character. It does have one arc, but it doesn't have many arcs. It's not like a dark show, but it does have a light show effect with all the songs is amazing and all the characters played out well, which is amazing. Out of the 10 episodes that I reviewed, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. Until then, and I hope you have a great day. Also, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. See ya.